Before we start with the Microsoft project in the next videos, we should to explain very crucial key elements that's related in a project management in general and Microsoft projects. So every terms I mention, it's games with the same names in the Microsoft project. So starting with the project. Actually, we have tabs with the name of projects. In this tabs, we can set many properties for the project in general. We can set the start of a project, and a Microsoft project will calculate the finish. So as we mentioned, every project should has a start and end points. Timeline with the same terms as you can see in this window. It's look like the graphic. This will help us in creating a presentation or give us the overview, the start points, end points, start and finish, and also the main phases or the main task of a project. So we can benefit from this timeline to create a presentation or create reports in general. Calendar is the changing working time of a project. In calendar, we can set working and non-working time. We can set the exception day. So it's very important. When we start our project, we should to set the start and finish, the start of a project. And the second thing is we need to set the calendar, which is the changing working time. As you can see in this window, at the same you work with it in the Microsoft project. Task is the core things in the project management in general. And here in the Microsoft project, we can create a task with the many different ways. So we are going to show how we can create the task, create the schedule, which is creating the relationships with the task. So we do the schedule here of the task in our project. And actually, what we can show in this graphic, it's what we call the Gantt chart. Gantt chart, it's automatically generated by the software that use in project management. For example, here Microsoft project, as you can see, we have the task which has the start and end point, and we have a relationships between this task. So as you can see, the Gantt chart will help us to understand the scheduling of a project by showing us the task and relationship between them. So relationships in general, we have 4 types of relationships. The first one is it's finish to start. So these names comes with the same the terms comes as we work in the next video with the Microsoft project. For example, if we have task A and task B, so finish when task A finish, so task B will be start. Another type of the relationships is start to finish, SF. So the start of the A and finish of the P. Also we have the SS, start to start. Both of the A and B should be starts on the same date and time. Okay, and we have a finish to finish, so both A and B should be finished at the same date and time. Another terms is very important terms used in the project management and here in Microsoft project, which is lags. Lags, it's look like we give a delay. So if we have relationships like a start to finish between task A and task B, so before task B is start, we give a delay, lags, before start this task. Okay, it's very important to use these features here in the Microsoft project. Resources. As we mentioned in videos, resources is the main target here in the project management. We should to manage and assign resources to our activity. So MS give us a very easy way to assign resources, and in general we have three types of resources in a project management. Work resources, for example people or machines, and actually this is the time in the management because we need to give a time for these types of resources, for example hours or days, weeks. Another types of resources, it is material resources. This is the material that's used to execute this task, for example concrete or oil or any types of materials. So this is time independent because we don't need to give a time to execute or to use these resources in general. And the last one is the cost resources. It's not material, not work resources. It's look like the cost resources, for example the airplane tickets.